everyone, it's Concat. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be trying another challenge that I've seen a bunch of Sims 4 content creators attempt, but never any content creators for the Sims 3, at least I don't think so. We're gonna see if we can make a house that is only 3 tiles width-wise long width-wise. Girl, I don't know what I'm saying. The point is, the house is skinny, it's mini, and we're gonna see if we can make it work in the Sims 3. Because for those of you who don't play the Sims 3, the routing in the Sims 3 is not as forgiving as it is in the Sims 4. I'm actually very jealous of the routing in the Sims 4 because your Sims will literally walk through anything and everything in the Sims 4. They don't do that in the Sims 3. Instant Gaming is a website where you can get PC, console, and pre-release titles at a major discount. Now, the reason that I love Instant Gaming and I'm personally affiliated with them officially now is because they have a bunch of Sims 3 options on their website available, as well as Sims 4, because I know some people in my community also play Sims 4 as well. And like I said, they offer pre-release titles at a discount. And for those of you who are not just into The Sims, but a whole bunch of other games, they also have a whole variety available on their website, as well as a bunch of gift cards for different sites. And if you're wondering if it's legit, it is. I'm actually trying to finish my Sims 3 collection myself. I purchased Diesel and the movie stuff pack from Instant Gaming, and I downloaded it and it works. If you guys make any purchases using my affiliate link, which you can find down below, not only will you be getting a major discount on your games, but you'll also be helping me out as well at no extra cost to you. So thank you so much in advance for purchasing, and thanks to Instant Gaming for sponsoring this video. All right, you guys, so this is the build that I came up with. This is actually inspired by a real life house. It's in Toronto. I will leave the video in the description box down below if you guys want to go see it for yourself. And I'll also put a picture up so that you guys can see what it looks like. But yeah, so it is heavily inspired by a real life house, which is kind of cool. But anyways, yeah, so this little middle one is the one that we're going to be working on today. The ones on the sides, I don't really care for. But yeah, this is what it looks like from the exterior. Let me just show you real quickly. They have, you know, each of them have a nice little backyard or patio, whatever you want to call it. And then I also made this cute little walkway because we are in Riverview, so we're literally right by the river. So yeah, this is the house. So I don't have a budget. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just drop a couple of by debug lights. So let me just do that real quick. Okay, I'm going to try and find a spot for the stairs first of all, because I do want stairs in this build. Okay, so I have an idea because for some reason my stairs don't want to work right now. What I think I'm going to do is maybe do a little bit of an L shape moment. I don't know if it's gonna fit. It's definitely gonna limit the amount of space that we have to work with, but I'm curious to see if this would work. I think I can make it work. So this is what we're gonna do with our stairs. And I know a lot of you are gonna be like, Concat, just use freaking ladders, girl. But no, I feel like ladders in this instance, it's cheating, okay? It's just cheating. We're gonna do this. I think over here, I'm going to do the little kitchen back here. And by the way, if you guys are wondering where these things are from, the little sunroof thing, I don't know, what do you call this, girl? I'm not too sure, but this glass thing, I'm pretty sure it's from Roaring Heights. If I'm wrong though, because I'm wrong a lot of the times, you guys let me know where that's from, but I thought that was cool. Also, I hope I can figure out the lighting itself because I don't know why the walls are looking so dark, girl. Normally, I'm pretty good at figuring that out, but it's kind of not working right now. I don't know why. We're just gonna keep it all one color. So for the floor, we're gonna kind of keep what we have already. But I don't know if we should go with like bigger planks because we have this. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with this one instead. And I actually don't mind the color of it already. Okay, what I'm gonna do is paint the stairs. Copy the color of the floor to these stairs, and then I'm also gonna remove this railing, although I think it could work because this house is very slim, so maybe having a bulky railing isn't the way to go. Maybe we should just keep these. So I'm just gonna leave it. I don't know why this wall is looking weird, girl. Please. Okay, there we go. Now I have a wall on both sides. That's what I wanted. All right, so that's our little, you know, basic layout for the bottom floor. I kind of want to do like a minimalistic type of vibe because I feel like the person who would live here, the sim who would live here, would have to be minimalistic with the amount of space. I think we're gonna go with this couch. This couch is really cute. We could add pops of colors because everything is very plain and white right now. So unfortunately with these couches, the little trim changes when you change the color of the pillow too. That kind of sucks, but I mean, this is a cute swatch. I think that's nice. So I think next to that, what I want to do is, I mean, we could do another little chair if we could fit it. Okay, I came up with this fun pattern for that chair. I think that'll do. And then on the other side, what I want to do is a TV, obviously, for some entertainment. But I'm thinking of this one. I just don't know if this is going to work. But if we just squeeze it into the actual wall, I don't know. I don't know if the Sims are going to be able to walk through here. This is a very tight squeeze. Yeah, I guess we'll do something like this. And over here on this side, I want to do a little, either like a side table or something. I don't know if a coffee table. We'll go with like this one. I feel like I never really used this one from Seasons. That swatch is kind of nice, to be honest. We could go with that. Maybe even a blue. Kind of interesting. Maybe even something like that. And then I'm also just going to add a couple of plants here and there. Maybe a bookshelf somewhere. Ooh, this plant is so nice, you guys. I just don't know if it'll fit. It's kind of nice. I just don't know if the Sim will be able to walk through the door. We could put it on this side, possibly. Yeah, I really think that could work. So maybe we'll do this. I know for a fact these leaves are going through the wall, but you know what, friend? It is what it is. And then for this little sliver over here, the foyer or the front entrance, whatever you want to call it, I have the perfect bookshelf for that. Let me plop that in. It's this bookshelf from Roaring Heights, I believe. Again, I do have a lot of store content right now, so... All right, and then for the front entrance, for the actual like door itself, I think I'm just gonna add a nice little rug over here. Yeah, we're gonna do this wicker type of fabric. I think this will go nice in here. And then obviously we do need some privacy in this house, so I think I will be putting some blinds down over here. I'm gonna make them wooden though, because I've been doing that. It looks really nice. Yep, we're just gonna do it on the two windows. We could do one on the door as well. Your Sims can walk through blinds and curtains, by the way, in case you did not know. And I think, other than that, I'm gonna maybe do a little more clutter here and there. And that should do it for the living room. It's very tiny, so it's like we can't really fit much in here. We're just gonna do some of these little candles. I think this is cute. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it very basic and boring for down here. I think that's it. Maybe I'll go back in on my own and kind of add a little bit of clutter afterwards, but that's really all we can fit in the living room. I mean, we have a bookshelf and a TV, so that's a win for me. I'll take it. So up next, we're going to be working on our very mini kitchen. I hope we can fit some good stuff in here. Let's see. I wanted to do a kitchen like this. For some reason, our wall over here isn't showing up. Does that matter though? Yeah, like I kind of want a half wall here, if anything. Oh yeah, why don't we just do a half wall? Not a full wall. Let's do that. All right, so now we can focus on the kitchen. So yeah, for the kitchen, I'm not too sure what we're gonna do exactly. It's gonna be a very tight squeeze. Okay, I think our fridge is gonna be right over here in the middle. Because we have no other space for it. I could do it over here, but then it'll be blocking the window. I don't want that. I could do it here, but then it would be blocking the half wall. Don't want to do that. All right, so let me just figure out the cabinets real quick and then I'll be back and show you what I've done. Okay, so this is what I've come up with for the kitchen so far. It's not the best layout and unfortunately I did end up blocking the windows regardless, but it's fine. It is what it is. I want to put the sink over here and I'm just kind of adding the last little finishing touches. Honestly, I don't mind it. I think it's looking nice so far. But yeah, I love the colors of the kitchen. I think it looks good. And I'm just matching all the appliances real quick. We are going to be adding some cabinets, I think. Maybe just over here where the sink is at. Yeah, I guess that'll have to do for the kitchen. Maybe over here so it's not blocking a whole lot. We can just do like these pots and pans or whatever. Wait, why is it doing that? It's like eating it. Girl. Okay, you know what? I guess we're not going to be doing that. We're just going to add another cabinet here and call it a day, girl, for storage because it's just really not cooperating with me. All right, and I'm just going to add like little appliances, maybe a little clutter. And I think the kitchen should be done. Again, there's really not much that we can do in here. But you know what, girl? We're really trying our best. I still think it looks nice though. You know, like I'm not saying it's ugly. I still think it looks real nice. Your Sims can cook in this corner area, so don't even worry about it. Oh, so another thing I want to do is above the stove, because you know what? We blocked the windows anyway. We're going to do this hood range thing from the Pets expansion pack, I think it is. Yeah, just because, you know what? Why not? All right, I guess that's it then for the freaking kitchen. It's quite sad if I'm being honest. Okay, maybe I'll just do a little painting off to the side, but I'm like, would we even have a painting next to the stove? It's going to catch on fire. We can have a little horse calendar. Why not? There we go, a little trash bin. Okay. I guess that's it for our kitchen. There's really not much that we can do. And honestly, that's it for the downstairs. It's very plain, but it's like, girl, what can we do? You know, there's really not much we can do. And then also I'm really bothered by the walls because normally I can fix that. I just don't know why it's not fixing it. Yeah, I'm not too sure why the walls are gray like that. Like I said, normally I can fix them. I'm gonna put a little cat picture over here on our landing. I think that'll be kind of cute. I'm just sad that it's dark. I feel like that's why I just kind of want to quickly move on from here. And you know what? We're going to do a blue frame. Why not? That's our accent color. Okay, so I assume this is our bedroom because we don't have anywhere else to put it. So yeah, and I kind of wanted to do like a little loft type of area, like where it's open, where you can see downstairs. It is a little extra. Do we really need to do that? Probably not, but I kind of want to, just to be extra, you know what I mean? Like, there's no point to this, girl. We're just losing a tile. That's really all I'm doing is just losing a tile for us. So I also think what I'm going to do is have like full length walls over here just because I like to switch it up a bit. And we're just going to grab, you know, basic wallpaper from downstairs, plain white, and bring it upstairs. All right, so we unfortunately cannot have a bed in the middle unless we do like a single bed, but that's ugly. So I'm not going to do that to, you know, whoever's going to live here. So we're going to go with just, you know, like one of these or whatever. Ooh, you know which one would look cute here? Because it's like natural or whatever, this bacon looking one. I think I like that. All right, so this is what I've come up with for the bed. And then right now I'm just working on the nightside or the bedside table. Yeah, you know, I'm just trying to keep it simple. I'm trying not to do too many crazy things up here. Again, I'm kind of going for the same aesthetic that we have downstairs, just trying to keep it all consistent. Ooh, you know what? I'm kind of tempted to use the same bedside table or whatever the heck you want to call this little side table upstairs. The one that we used down there. I don't know. I just feel like because, you know, maybe the sim bought it in a pair, but obviously the pair didn't fit upstairs in the bedroom. So they were like, you know what? Let me use one for the living room and one for the bedroom. Fortunately, with this big lamp, I don't have room to fit any clutter over here. So that does suck. Oh, there we go. Little notepad. That's cute. Okay, this is me being completely extra. I think I'm gonna put some blinds over here. Just like if your sim wants privacy in their bedroom, they can close them. Or if your sim wants light, they can open them. You know what I mean? Again, it's just me being extra, but I think it's a cute idea. Whatever, it'll have to do. It's a little far, but you know what? It is what it is. Maybe they're automatic. I don't want them to be like right on the window either because it kind of glitches through. You guys see that? So I don't want that. I'm gonna keep them over here. Let's just pretend they're automatic. All right, over here, I'm gonna do a little dresser, I think. Okay, I'm gonna go for this one that's a little rounded. And then I also think I'm gonna make this a fun, I don't know, should we go with wood? Why not? Because all of the wood that we're using so far has been light. That could be kind of cute. Okay, I'm gonna put a little mirror on this side is what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna do a standing mirror. We're gonna go with this one. I feel like this matches the dresser nice. And we might just make it matching, to be honest. Maybe this was a set too. I don't know. Okay, and then right now I'm just gonna go in and add a little bit of clutter to the actual dresser itself. You know, some makeup here and there. Okay, I've gone with this plant and this little makeup thing because everything else keeps glitching downstairs. It's a little plain and basic, but you know, that'll have to do. It's just the way the build is. I'm just going to bring up the same rug to match it to the downstairs living room and just kind of put that in the bed area only. Or you know what would be kind of cute? If you want even more privacy, because there are huge windows in the front of the house as well. And by the way, if you're not noticing this, this is definitely for a single sim because, you know, unless somebody sleeps on the couch. Yeah, unfortunately, this is for a single sim. But what I'm doing right now is just going in with the curtains that come with Lucky Palms and I'm placing them down because, you know, it would be kind of cute to pretend like they could shut these at night, you know? All right, so this is how I placed the curtain. I didn't cover the whole hallway, so it kind of looks like, you know, they're not really super closed, but whenever your sim's ready to sleep, they can close them all the way or whatever. I don't know, girl, you got the point. It's cute. I think I like that. And then I'm gonna see if I can just fit the smallest plant over here. I hope the sim is still able to walk through. I'm not too sure. Ooh, what we could do is this. This is cute. Yeah, why not? We need a little extra something over here. I'm gonna do this small little fern. I think that's a good one because it's small enough to fit in small little areas. All right, that's nice. And I think just over here where the bed is at, maybe I'll do a nice painting of some sort. Okay, I have no clue where these paintings are from. I know they're from the store. I just don't know from like what pack exactly or what set. It's kind of big. It's kind of very big. I'm wondering if we should do this here instead. That's better. Yeah, we'll do that. That's a lot better. Okay, I just realized I forgot the bathroom. That's unfortunate for me. I just realized I was supposed to fit a bathroom downstairs, but yeah, that's not gonna happen anymore. But anyways, for now we're moving on because you know what? That's a problem for future me. Okay, we're just gonna have a cute little beanbag chair over here. You know, just so your sim can relax a bit. And over here, we're gonna have some ladders going up. Now, earlier in the video, I did say ladders are cheating, but you know what, girl? I'm running out of space, so today they're not. They're not cheating. Today, ladders are the way, okay? There we go. Those are stairs, or that's the ladder that's matching our stairs, I should say. All right, and yeah, this basically takes us all the way up to the 3rd floor. I guess this is going to be the bathroom. Honestly, though, it's not too far off because if you guys watch the actual real life video, like of the lady who actually lives in the house that's inspired this build today, she has a bathtub in like the 2nd floor, girl, just like randomly out in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of cool. I'm not judging. I think it's very nice. I was going to turn this into an office, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, unless we still can. I just don't know if we have room for all that. We possibly could, to be honest. All right, yeah, we're gonna try to make this an office / bathroom. We'll have the bathroom facing the backside of the build just because, you know, that way the people who are passing by in the front can't see what's happening. All right, but first things first, let's find a nice door. That'll have to do. And I'm just going to make it all white just to match the rest of the doors and windows in the house. So let me just figure out how I want everything to be placed, what layout would work for this room. Okay, so for her actual desk, I've ended up just using a dining table just because there's no room for a full desk in here. At least I don't think so, because I've never really used the ladder like that. So I'm not too sure which direction your sim gets off of the ladder. Okay, I've come up with this fun pattern for the chair. You can kind of see it down there, but I'm going to be adding a bookshelf. I really like this one from Roaring Heights. I just don't know if the sim will be able to use it. I'm not sure, but I kind of like it, so I think I'm going to use it. You know what? And if they can't use it, that's unfortunate for them. I think I kind of want it to be a little more dark and moody up here because, you know, it's an office, I guess. You come up here to work, I suppose. You know what? I'm going to go for this one. I never used that one. I actually think it's really ugly. But for some reason, I feel like this sim would have it. Maybe they wouldn't, though. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe they would have the one of the world. Ooh. It doesn't really match the vibe, though. This one does. Yeah, we're going to go for that one. All right. And then back here, I think I'm going to do a little plant and maybe like a standing lamp because we haven't done one of those in this house yet. Okay, I'm going to use my favorite plant in here, which is this one from Base Game. And then, like I said, we're going to look for a standing lamp for right next to this. Maybe this one. This one's kind of nice. All right, so that's that for the office. And by the way, I think I am going to go in afterwards and do like accent colors for the walls and stuff like that. I'm just going to see how it's all looking before I go in and do that. But yeah, I think that's something I'm going to do after. All right, so final thing that we got to work on is the bathroom. Honestly, bathrooms are kind of boring, so I don't know if I'm going to show you this, but I'll definitely show you what it turns out like in these screenshots. So yeah, I'm going to quickly work on it. I'm probably going to make it match the kitchen, most likely, just so that it's all consistent and cohesive. So yeah, last thing I'm going to be working on, and maybe some accent wall colors. All right, you guys, so I am completely done with the house. So let me go ahead and give you the final tour of it. Unfortunately, I did forget to do the outside, but that's okay. If you guys download the house, you guys can feel free to add whatever you want to it. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you how it looks like on the inside. All right, so this is what it looks like when you first walk in. You have your little patio over here. But anyways, welcome. I don't know how I feel about the walls that I added in here, the pops of color, but it'll do for now. But anyways, yeah, this is the front entrance. So we did end up putting some blinds in case your Sims want privacy or whatever. I added a little plant over here, and then we did fit this little bookshelf from Roaring Heights, I believe it is. And then you walk into, you know, your very tiny living room. I mean, at least we fit enough spots for up to 3 Sims. I think that's pretty good. And the TV, which is kind of nice. We do have a little side table. And then, of course, we have our L-shaped stairs that are going to our 2nd floor. We have a cute little landing over here with a cat picture. And then finally, ooh. Okay, anyways, I'm going to ignore that. And then finally, we have our kitchen, where our ceiling fan has just fallen off the ceiling. But that's okay. Honestly, the kitchen was not my favorite layout, but it's kind of nice now that I'm really looking at it. The patio, I completely forgot to do anything back here, but it's fine. Honestly, if I were you guys, if you want to download this house, I would put some vines here. I actually put some over here on this house, like those, to cover up that glitchiness if you guys do want to do like a little patio out here with a grill or something for your Sims. But yeah, like I said, couldn't figure out the lighting, unfortunately. It looks a little dark in here, but it is what it is. I still kind of like how it turned out. So yeah, that's the first floor. And then we go upstairs. So up here we have our second floor, aka our bedroom. We have this little balcony area. I forgot to put planters out here. I also forgot that this existed, to be fair. I forgot to do everything outside, but it's okay. Yeah, your Sim can have a small little garden over there. And you know, it's a cute view. If you do plop this down in Riverview like I did, it'll look nice. But anyways, that's that cute little beanbag chair for your Sim to relax at. And then we do have the stairs that go up to the third floor, but we'll go there in just a sec. So over here is kind of like our bedroom. This is kind of where it begins. But yeah, this is our little dressing room area. You know, it's cute. It's very minimal in here because we really don't have room for anything. And then over here is our actual bedroom. I did add a little accent of pink back there. And this is my first time seeing the skylight, by the way. This is cute. I just noticed that your Sim will be sleeping right over here. So that's their view. Every night they'll be able to see the stars, which is kind of nice. That wasn't even intentional. I forgot that was there. But yeah, that is it for our bedroom floor, I guess. And then we climb up, girl. Up, up, up. Welcome to our office. So this is our third floor. The camera's getting a little glitchy in here. I think it looks good overall. But yeah, this is what I ended up doing to the office. Oh God, the furniture is disappearing, girl. Okay, this house is going through it. Very tiny office, very, very tiny, but at least we fit a little computer nook over there. That's good enough for me. We got some bookshelves, some decor, also good enough for me. All right, we're gonna move on because it's a little glitchy up here. And then finally, we have our bathroom. I forgot to add blinds, but you know what? Just pretend there is blinds over here. But to be fair, if your Sim is taking a bath, they can't really be seen from over here. You know what I mean? Because the wall is so high up. So I think it works out. But anyways, yeah, this is what I ended up doing to the bathroom. We also have a skylight in here. So I'm just noticing that this light is floating, but that's okay. It's kind of basic, kind of boring, but I didn't have a lot of room to do a lot of stuff in this house. But I like the aesthetic that we went with. It's very clean, very minimal. But yeah, you guys, that is it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you let me know by hitting the thumbs up for me. Let me know in the comments how you think I did, or let me know if you guys are going to be attempting this as well. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. But yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.